How to get your ex-girlfriend, fiance, or wife back in a way that doesn't make you look like a fool. He sat around moping. He wanted his ex back and he didn't quite know what he had to do and say to get her back. This was his third attempt at dialing her phone number on his cell phone, but just before she would answer, he would hang up. His friends invited him out many times to play basketball, drink at the local pub, even visit a strip club, but he always answered with, "No, I'm busy." He was sick in love, just as he had been when he first met her. His stomach ached, he couldn't eat, and he slept a mere 4 hours every day since they broke up. It had been almost 3 weeks since the breakup and all he wanted was his ex back. The couple broke up rather suddenly. A simple discussion about a cell phone call blew up into a huge argument where two people who typically behaved civilly were raging lunatics. She accused him of cheating. He accused her of lying. Who was really on the phone? He asked. Don't tell me it was your sister, because I heard a man's voice. She was furious. She hurled insults at him. She yelled, "Who do you think you are questioning me about anything, when I had to hear about you making out with some girl while you were drunk last year?" He thought she had put the past behind her, but obviously she didn't. She threw the engagement ring he gave to her at him, barely missing his eye. It was over, he thought that day, but then days later he thought, was it really? So now he sits in a chair, playing with his flip phone, and thinking about a way to get her to see just how much he loves her. Some of you men feel just like this guy. You want your ex back and you have researched online seeking tips on getting the ex back, how to talk to your ex, etc. It's time to get serious. It's time to follow a system that will help you do just that. But before you buy any system and follow expert instruction, be sure you get yourself together first. The following is a checklist of things you have to be sure you have taken care of before you start trying to get your ex back. First, be sure you have sent your ex-girlfriend clear signs that tell her, "I want you back." Send a simple text, email, or leave a voicemail. You don't want to go overboard with your feelings. Remind her that you have had time to reflect on what has happened. Apologize to her for the things you said and did. Remind her that you love her and that you are willing to discuss any issues with her regarding the relationship. That's it. By doing this, you are letting her know that you are willing to wait for her until she has had time to cool off and you are mentally and physically ready to do what is necessary to keep her in your life. Next, start working on what will bring you peace and make her happy. Do you drink too much? Are you still connected to another woman? Do you socialize with too many women? Do you hang out often with friends? Do you disrespect her and make her feel used and abused? When you can put yourself in her shoes and take responsibility for the role you played in the breakup, then you are on your way to improving self and hopefully starting the relationship on the right track if the two of you should get back together. Third, observe your lifestyle. Are you financially able to handle being in a relationship? You see, when you are in a relationship, things can occur suddenly, such as a pregnancy, a desire to get married, move in together, etc. If you know that you don't make enough money to care for yourself, let alone her or any potential children, then you will need to reevaluate getting your ex back at this time. Get your financial house in order before you promise to buy a house or move anyone in the house with you. Fourth, consider what her concerns were about your family and friends. Sometimes it is easier to see what other people's problems are when we are on the outside looking in. She may have told you about some negative influences in your circle, but you objected and got defensive. Some people have controlling mothers, womanizing fathers and uncles, crazy cousins, and out-of-control friends. If she has expressed her views about you behaving in ways that are not beneficial to the relationship by being around these people, then you need to value what she says. Lastly, once you have done all these things, you may consider looking outside your own power and rely on someone or something more powerful than you from a spiritual perspective. There are countless stories of people who have received answers to their prayers just by having a faith. There are many who, having been separated from wives, fiancé copyright s, and ex-girlfriends, realized that maybe they wasn't really what they needed during this time in their lives. Your situation may be different. You may learn that she is what you need. If so, then do the things that show her you love her. However, if she hasn't made any effort to make some serious changes in her life as well, then you don't want to waste any more time with her. Remember, whatever you do to better yourself, your efforts are never in vain. If she rejects you, and she just might, know that there is someone else who will appreciate you.